Hey, this is Rick and welcome to another DIY project. This one's going to be on hanging shelves. I'm going to take advantage of the natural light that comes back in my back window here on the southeast side of our home. I like to put some succulents here, maybe some peppers, maybe germinate some stuff for the summertime. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. This project shouldn't take too long, maybe 2-3 hours, and that can be broken up into different sections depending on how you feel. These are just some of the tools that are going to be required for this project. You're going to need like a 2-foot level or a 4-foot level if you have one. You're going to need a plank of wood. This is roughly running around 80 inches. My particular project is going to be 2 shelves and it's going to be 40 inches per shelf. You're going to need some rope. You're going to need a drill. It could be a cordless drill or a corded drill, something to measure with, a circular saw or whatever kind of saw you have. If you have a jigsaw or you have a sawzall, something that's going to cut 1.5 inch wood, or if you want to go with a thinner plank, you can go with a smaller trim type saw. You're going to need something to give you a square cut with, so that'll be a square, something to mark with, and some rope that's going to hang the shelves. Here's some hooks that I purchased from Lowe's. They're about $5 a piece. They're black and they're 6-inch. I got 2 of them for $10. You don't have to go as ornate if you don't want to. You can go with more simpler hook, but that's going to go above our window. We're going to go ahead and make our cuts. I've already laid it out. Here's a straight cut right here that I'm going to go ahead and cut, and then I'm going to measure it off and cut it down smaller. Not to bore you, I'll go ahead and cut these pieces. So for a project like this, make sure you always wear your personal protection equipment, which would be your safety equipment, gloves, and safety glasses for your eyes. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll make this cut. Make sure you're lined up on your line there. I'm going to go ahead and lay this out and we'll make our other cut. So I've gone ahead and I've laid out the next cut. As you can see the line in the board there. And I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the process. I'm going to go ahead and cut the 2 boards and we'll come back. So now we've got our 2 pieces cut and I have a sanding block. We're just going to go ahead and touch up our edges, sand down any rough edges that might snag on something. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've chosen a drill bit that's just slightly larger than the rope that I'm going to use. As you can see right there, that'll be plenty. If later on, if my wife doesn't like the particular type of rope that I've chose, then we can go with a larger rope and I'll just get a bigger drill bit and we'll drill it out. I'm sure I'm going to change this design a couple times once she probably sees it, no doubt. You may want to stain your wood, sand it down, stain it, keep it looking nice with the grain, or you may want to go with a darker stain, or you may even want to paint it. It's up to you. So I went ahead and I laid out the holes for it. It's going to be 1 inch in, 1 inch out, 1 inch in, 1 inch out, and I'm going to drill through both of them. Make sure your bit's long enough to save time for me, because I don't like standing in this position for very long. It starts to hurt my neck and back. So I would suggest you stand on the wood and try to keep it centered. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, and drill one at a time. That's entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pressure on there, line up my drill bit, and just to get started, we'll go slow. And make sure your drill bit is completely in the vertical so that you're not drilling off to the side or anything like that. And I'm just taking my time so I don't blow out the wood on the bottom. And this is some heavy duty wood that I have here. Like I said, you can go with a lighter plank if you want to. This is what I had on hand for this project, and I'm going to go ahead and utilize it. And there we go, we popped out the bottom. So I'll go ahead and do the other 3 holes. I don't want to bore you with it. You get the idea. So that now the holes have been drilled out, we'll go ahead and we'll just take our block, our sanding block, and we'll clean up those holes. Now you can use what's called a spade bit instead of a regular drill bit, because sometimes the drill bit will tear the wood depending on the age. This has been dried wood for a while. I had left over from a deck project back when I could do that kind of stuff. And make sure they're all nice and cleaned up so that your rope will pass through. Next step is we'll go up and we will hang the hooks above the window where these shelves are going to hang. And then you can round these edges if you want it more decorative. It's up to you. So I've gone ahead and I've laid out the holes where I want them to be. So now that the hooks are in place, we're going to go ahead and we're going to string our rope down. Okay, so here's my rope, and I'm going to go ahead and take it end over end. We made sure it was long enough to where we wanted our shelf to hang. And I'm going to take, at the top of the loop here, I'm going to put a knot in there. As close to the top as you can get it. Looks almost like a square knot. See, like that. And now these two ends are the same. So we can loop that right over top like that, and then that'll hang like that. We'll go ahead and make another one up. Now we have our two ropes hanging. We're going to take our top board, and we're going to take the inside rope that we have now. We're going to feed it directly through our hole. So we get it to where we want the shelf to hang. We'll say right about there. We'll just put a knot underneath the board, just a simple knot, like that. And now that board is suspended almost like a swing. And we'll go over to the other side. We'll do the same thing. We'll slip the inside rope in through the hole. You're going to take either a pocket level or a 2-foot level. You're going to put it on your board like, and right where you want it right there, that's where you're going to put your knot. So it's nice and level. I know this is a cameraman's nightmare because I'm working off of the right side, but it's the only room I have right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll put our knot in there. Now this is adjustable, so it's not, etched in stone or anything. So we'll go ahead and we'll string the other side of the rope down in the front, and we'll put a knot in there. Come back to the other side and we'll do the same. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go ahead and edit this so you guys can see kind of where the final product's going to be. It's not worth watching me put a bunch of knots in. Okay, so now that everything's all nice and level here and the knots are adjusted properly, you can see how it hangs now. You have 2 tiers. You can make as many tiers as you want to. You go all the way up, all the way down, however many hanging plants you want to do. I do succulents and pepper plants and things like that. So I wanted something that I could take advantage of natural light instead of having to use artificial light with grow bulbs or something like that nature. So this I could take advantage of the good old sunshine. Free, comes right in here. We're pointing out towards the southwest. And I think this will be a nice project. Of course it may change color, it may have different ropes on it. We'll have to see what my wife likes and doesn't like about it. So that's it. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe. I appreciate it. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and do your project and let's see what you come up with. Didn't take too long. I had to take some breaks. I've got some neck and back issues, and it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would take, but I wouldn't say if you have some kind of mechanical ability, it's not going to be too difficult to do. You may not want the planks to be so thick. You may want like 3/4 thick planks, and like I said, you may want to paint it, stain it, whatever you want. But this thing, you'll hold up. I could probably sit on this thing if I wanted to, with these nice wrought iron hooks on here, and this heavy duty wood, and this nylon and braid rope. Take care.